Batman has been my favorite superhero since I can remember. Like, he is my favorite. I want so bad for there to be a playable Batman in this game. So bad. Like, I haven't had a decent Batman since, well, if we're being real, Michael Keaton. I'm not a fan of Christian Bale, but that's not the point. Actually, no, Robert Pattinson was good. Robert Pattinson was good. Robert Pattinson was good. This is a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. However, what I will say is, please, all I want is a playable Batman in the game. Is the Dark Knight a playable Batman in the game? Let's get to it.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gripey here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, I'm gonna go over Batman the Dark Knight. Now, actually, I said something in the intro I didn't even really realize I was saying about how I'm not a big Christian Bale fan. The Dark Knight trilogy movies were the best set of movies. I think the Batman with Robert Pattinson is really, really good as well. However, Christian Bale himself, though he was a good Bruce Wayne and not a bad Batman, Ben Affleck was better. Robert Pattinson was better. Michael Keaton was better. He's like right between basically Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer. Like, oh wait, Adam West was better. This is going to comment below. Tell me how much you think I'm stupid, but I'm right, honestly. Like, I know this is subjective, but I'm right. So in any case, we're gonna get into the Dark Knight now. Full disclosure, I read it randomly on Reddit that someone was like, "Oh, he's a beast," and I was like, "Ooh, that's all the validation I need." And then I took him RB1. Like there was no research really behind it or anything like that. I was just like so eager to have a Batman that was actually good that I was like, "Oh, so one person decided it was good. Go for it." So I did. I took him RB1. I do like the older, like the normal skin more than the legendary one because that was like basically the only cool part of Batman versus Superman. The rest of that movie was a dumpster fire. That part, good. At least with the way the suit looked. Actually, and then he has some pretty cold lines in there too. That's why, like Ben Affleck's Batman was good. He was just in crappy movies. And that's just so sad. Like, do you bleed? That was such a line. Anyway, so aesthetics wise, the legendary skin, I'm not a huge fan of it. It's just kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like a fake ass Iron Man. I'm not really a fan of it. However, I do like the gritty Frank Miller inspired Batman versus Superman normal skin. I do like that a lot. So let's go into the kit. Full armor beatdown. By the way, if you guys have seen that versus already, sorry, this is on the back of that, but it is what it is. Full armor beatdown. Damage to an enemy. Let me move this down so I can actually read things. Plus 70% extra damage and 30% chance to stun if target is taunting or enraged. That extra damage, I mean, it's okay. He hits okay, below average, I would say, but not like stupid below average, but he does not do damage at all. You're not bringing him for damage. Also, gain 25% turn meter plus 100% crit hit chance if the target is taunting or enraged. I do like that a lot. I like the shield. He gives himself a lot of shield. He gives himself a lot of stamina. He is hard to kill. Let's go on to Equalizer. Always purge all positive immunities, 3 buffs, and then deal damage to the enemy. Can't miss and stun target if the target is taunting or enraged. Now here's the thing. You would say, well, I mean, I got a Talon who does that. I got a Peacemaker who does that. I have tunes that do that. The reason why this is awesome is because the reason why this ability like dwarfs those other abilities in certain situations is because one of the passives, and we'll get to that in a second. Now, on powered armor, 75% shield and gain 5 strength ups if I have that ringed out, gain 6 stamina ups and crit immunity as a legendary point. Then you have contingency plan. If an enemy taunts, gain 50% turn meter up and 30% shield, then use Equalizer on that enemy. That's what makes him awesome against taunters and what makes him better in those situations than when you would have a Talon or when you would have a Peacemaker who would remove all those positive immunities. So that way when you're running up against Superman and you're like, okay, well, let me get rid of his death immunity so I can take him out. Not only does Dark Knight do that, but then he stuns the target as well. And it's a passive ability. So you don't have to wait around for your turn to come. You can just wait until Superman does his thing. You can wait till Harley Quinn does her thing, or till Barda does her thing, and he immediately goes at you, removes the death immunity, removes the taunt, or not removes the taunt, removes all the death immunity, or the damage immunity, or whatever. Think of your Power Girls, think of your Arcuses if you're going up against them, and then he does the damage. So he will just literally take out Superman. He will just take out Arcus. He will just take out Power Girl. All of those tunes that you're worried about, he will just outright take them out, which makes him like super, super niche. Like, you would not bring him for many other things other than just dealing with taunters who are infuriating. However, he handles them so well that is well, I don't regret taking him RB1. Put it that way. He does such a great job of handling them. And it's for a very, very specific situation. But that situation happens a lot in PvP. It's a very one-trick pony kind of thing. Like, you can't kill me and I take care of your taunters. But again, when I say that stuff about Starfire, when I say that stuff about Dr. Poison, one-trick ponies, it's a hell of a trick. Especially if any of you have had to deal with Superman and how he can just go nuts and just start tearing through. Even if Dark Knight doesn't kill him, he'll remove the death immunity, then stun him, so then you won't get those out of turn attacks from Superman. And I mean, of course, when he gets his turnaround, he'll purge the stun, but then that also gives you an opening to try to take him out, because now his death immunity and damage immunity have been removed as well. Same thing with Arcus. If you do all that and you don't kill, which Arcus is a glass cannon, you should kill him. But if you don't, death immunity gone, he's stunned, and since he's a glass cannon, whoever your next tune is, they're gonna kill him. So, a league above, passive ability. If shielded, 75% chance to silence targets Batman attacks. If not, 75% chance to use powered armor before the attack. If shielded, critical hit chance plus 40%. Now, I went over this in verses, and I'm gonna put the verses out, I think, before I do this in-depth guide. But it's a weird thing, when he gets a call assist, he doesn't necessarily attack. He just does his powered armor, and then that's it. So it's a weird thing that he'll proc his power. And I'm not even like really upset about it. However, I would prefer the damage. I would prefer somebody to go attack him. But in any case, that's his kit. Let's get to the videos. So here we are. Chapter 8, Final Node, Heroic Campaign. As always, running him through it. And here's the thing. He is one of those, in this situation, they are just not going to be able to take him out because of all the stamina ups and how hard, how tanky he is. He is a tank. And the fact that he doesn't taunt, I mean, I guess that's just a Batman thing, but he is a tank. And now watch as these other tunes start to taunt what he does to them immediately. Taunt, bye, taunt, bye. Like, it's cool, it's nice. He's just taking them out bit by bit. The more they taunt, he's just gonna attack. Absolutely love it. And then they're not even getting past his shield just because of how tanky he is. No chance. Positive affinity, negative affinity matchup for him, so I understand why he wasn't able to finish that off. So like the way that his kit works, it's a very, very selfish kit. It's a very, very solo operation kit. He's all support, but he only supports himself, really. Like, he takes out that taunter that you want and it opens up things for the rest of the team, but he's not contributing anything to other teammates. However, what he is doing is making it hard as hell for him to kill. And when you pair him up with, I mean, hell, Poison Ivy. If you have Poison Ivy but you don't have a Ben Sword, put the taunt on Dark Knight. You put the taunt on Dark Knight, you can't kill him. All right, so going in next, and this is the other thing too, I might have to skip like forward on some of these because some of these battles took a minute. Like a long, long time. Because, well, one, if in this setup, for example, what I'm doing here is, and it's probably not exactly wise, but I have a Power Girl or a Wonder Girl there. She's gonna have the whip, and we all proc. Everybody on this team procs. You have Superboy who procs. You have, not procs, buffs. You have Dark Knight that buffs. They're going to call the whip from Wonder Girl, and I have a energy heavy affinity matchup here. Let's see what happens. Did I lose this match? And this match went for a while. Now the initial plan I think was to stun Wonder Girl, but lately my impulse isn't stunning. And I think that's just, I mean, of course it's not a 100% chance to stun, but it feels like, oh, and that was me, got rid of her, cool. That was But it seems like the last 3 or 4 times when I've tried to use that ability, it hasn't worked for me. Another issue that we're gonna have is Stargirl. This is part of the reason why it's gonna take a long time. She converts my strength ups into strength downs. I mean, I wasn't bringing Dark Knight for damage anyway. However, since Superboy was my damage dealer, that does create a problem. If he has a bunch of strength downs on him, now it's not a problem anymore because he's dead. But Harley Quinn taunts, we immediately stun her. She didn't have any kind of positive immunity, so that's not a big deal. But you love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. He did some. Oh, I mean, but it's a positive affinity matchup for him, so I can't really be too impressed, honestly. So go ahead and hit her. He went 3 times, even though wait, no, did he? He didn't have any speed ups. I need to double check his kit one more time. I think I was reading something wrong. Anyway, so yeah, the point of this, there isn't even any point in me giving him powered armor in order to get the strength ups. For the stamina ups, yeah. But since Stargirl's gonna convert all the strength ups to strength downs, it actually behooves me not to ramp him up because then he'll at least have his baseline strength and can do his baseline damage. But if I ramp him up and get the strength downs, as I'm doing here, they turn to strength downs, and now I'm weaker than I would be at my base level. So not exactly a smart idea by me, but let's see, how much longer do we have in this video? Oh, it took a minute. Let's go ahead and get out here. Well, just rest assured that I won. And actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and go to the next video. So, in this situation, all right, so I have Tara there to deal with Dr. Poison. Or not Dr. Poison, Punchline, forgive me. Then you have, Jay Garrick. Who was I using for Jay Garrick? Actually, so you have Wonder Woman there to hopefully keep any kind of debuffs off of us from Punchline. I have Barda there for protection, and then like I said, I have Tara there for the debuff immunity to also help us with dealing with Punchline. And then Dark Knight is there because, well, his video. But also, and this is something I need to check, I need to be sure. I want to see if Powerhouse, because I think Powerhouse's taunt is passive. And so I'm wondering if when she taunts, will he still, because a passive doesn't usually proc that passive. But I feel like I've seen him do that against Superman, and I'm not sure if that was just I had it on auto and wasn't paying good enough attention, or did it actually happen? So let's see what happens here. Well, nope, didn't really do much damage there against her. So the taunt came, and he hit, or no, wait, her taunt is on her A1. I think that's it, her taunt is on her A1. But in any case, she taunts, he attacks, she's stunned, game over. Is what it is. All right, one more match and then we'll go into his stats. I gotta admit, like, when I first started playing with him after this rework, I was very much like, he's so niche. But because of where the meta is right now in terms of like taunters and stuff, generally speaking, I'm a guy who uses taunters a lot too to protect my team. He neutralizes that. And they've done a great job of making him relevant again, I think. So yeah, that taunt just happened. He didn't proc. However, Superman's A3 is a taunt. So yeah, he's going to use that A3 first, and then I think Dark Knight will get his, or when he uses A3, Dark Knight's gonna get his chance to go ahead and do the damn thing. He's gonna attack now. And that took a decent amount of health out of Superman. Superman's pretty tanky. Oh, see, he just did it there. But that wasn't passive, right? That was the active ability. That was the active ability, okay. But yeah, so now Superman's stunned with no turn meter. So this gives us the opportunity to try to take him out before he gets a chance to go, without him doing his insane out of turn attacks. Barda tries to do her taunt thing. We take care of that, get rid of that death immunity that's on her. And now it's all over but the crying. Is what it is. Yeah, I mean, playing with him, I was like, okay, this is kind of fun, but watching him in action, I'm liking him more and more. I think I finally have a playable Batman. So, and I think this was actually, yeah, all of these matches were before I had him RB1. So, let's go to the stats. I'll be right back. So, stat-wise, well below average on speed, 106. He's tied for 139th. There's only 186 characters in the game. HP, he's 8th. Beastly. Absolutely love it. Strength, I mean, I'm not too concerned about the strength, but it's 38th. So it's not that bad. It's like, I guess the multipliers just aren't doing the thing for him. Intelligence, he's 99th, which middle of the road for his defense against special damage right now. Agility is 160th, which surprises the hell out of me. Like, he is at the bottom when it comes down to agility, and I would think that would make him tankier, like if he's that tanky already, but anyway. Stamina, 8th, we love to see that. Crit chance is at 22, and then if there's that extra 40%, that puts it at 62. So it's 1 in every 2 turns, basically. And his crit value is 55th, 228%. So it feels like if I could get him to crit, he would do decent damage. Some strength ups and some crit chance ups, he might be able to do some damage. So maybe I need to experiment more with ramping him up with like an Owlman or a, why can I not think of anybody other than Owlman to give crit chance ups and crit damage up? You guys let me know. Because I literally just had a complete like brain fart. But overall, his kit, and let's see what they say down here actually. Let's go down a little bit more. Rework to be determined for the legendary order. Physical tank. That was the other thing too. I cannot remember. Was it Henry? I believe. Someone commented below, I think it was Henry, shout out, what's up? That he used to be physical instead of energy. I was not in the game when he was a physical, at least I don't remember being. Like maybe I didn't have him and then he went energy like when I was very early in the game or something like that, but I don't remember that at all. So in any case, I'm gonna go back to the videos. Be right back. So here we have the matchup of Superman. So Superman and Barda, obviously, I'm bringing Dark Knight in to take care of both of them. You have Azrael. I'm going to try, well, I wanted to use Kilowatt to give him power strength ups to the Dark Knight to see if he would do some damage. And then you have Superboy there to take care of Azrael and to take care of Spectre. Hoping that the strength ups I get from Cheetah will be enough to stun Azrael while at the same time taking out Spectre so I can move forward. So let's go ahead and see how this went. Yeah, I have a playable Batman now. I like him. I think I'm gonna reach for him more often now. When I see taunters, I'm just gonna plop them in, especially like aggravating ones like your Supermans and like your Bardas. Ooh, we don't like it. I don't like it. All right, so we got those empowered strength ups. Now let's hope. So yep, exactly how I wanted it. Spectre went down. Azrael got stunned. So we like to see it. Now Superboy stunned, now Cheetah stunned. Let's go ahead and try to get this, see, and that's the thing, he barely did damage on Barda with Empower Strength Ups and Strength Ups. And it was a positive affinity matchup. However, when he does it, it feels like when he does it out of the passive, he hits harder, or am I going crazy? And now Azrael's all ramped up and ready to go. Oof. Oh. All right, so now let's see what happens on the, oh no, I went ahead and ramped up with him a little bit. I was thinking like how much damage would I do against Azrael? So we have Superboy's gonna stun him, we'd love to see it. He's at about 66% health, 75%. He just got procced by Barda, which we love to see. Hit positive affinity matchup, didn't even do like 10% damage. Like you don't, I'm not a fan. I mean, as I said, I'm still gonna use him. He's awesome against taunters, but like there is no, he's not there for damage. Plain and simple. He is not there for damage at all. Even when you ramp him up, he's not gonna be able to do it. And here's the other thing too. I kind of don't want that buff immunity on her, so when her turn comes around, she does actually taunt. And then when she taunts, he can go at her and just stun her. So, I mean, the A1, does the A1 hit harder than the A2? I don't know. Either way, like, I'm not gonna resolve, he's not gonna be the damage dealer, even if it is a little bit better than I expected. No, not gonna happen. All right, go ahead, take away those, see, there we go. Go ahead, there we go, love to see it. Let's see, oh, we got one, I think one more, maybe two more. So Aquaman is here, obviously for Black Flash. Riddler's here also obviously for Black Flash and a little bit for Spectre. I'm going to use Dark Knight against Arcus. And then we have Hippolyta there for support to give us strength ups. So let's get to it. I'm getting, the more I'm watching these videos, the more excited I'm getting. The more I want to use him, the more I want to play like right now. Because he's actually good. He is actually a good Batman in the game. Great? No. Good? Yes. I would have loved to have seen more damage, but I mean, maybe that's me being greedy. Or I would have loved to have seen him maybe give those agility ups to everyone. You know what I mean? Or give himself a taunt to protect the rest of the team. But it looks as though they went, and I mean, honestly, this is probably more true to the character, the Dark Knight, if they're basing it on the Superman versus Batman thing, where he was solo. He did not like, not this, well, I mean, I don't know, I don't think he liked anybody, but he wasn't running with anybody, so he was only concerned about himself and fighting himself, like fighting solo. So, I mean, I guess it kind of fits the mentality of the character itself. He's not only looking out for himself, and he's ramping himself up as powerful as he possibly can get so that he can take out whoever's there. Too bad no strength came along with that. But yeah. Oh, and this was the thing I tried with Riddler, and I wish it worked. It still makes them a pretty good pairing, and I'm glad I just saw this now, because I was totally gonna forget. I was hoping that if I was using Riddler and put the taunt on somebody, oh, that was the last video. All right, so then I'll just pause this real quick and then go into that idea. I was hoping that if I use Riddler or Spoiler and put the taunt on the enemy, that would proc his passive, but it doesn't. However, it still makes them good pairings and good synergies, because when they have that taunt on them and then he gets his chance and then he uses Equalizer, he can still stun that target. So, and remove their positive immunities. So, I do like Batman, the Dark Knight. I'm going to be using him a lot more often, especially when I see taunters out there, especially when I see Superman out there. I'm going to be using him a lot more often. So, I drop these other videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Thank you for watching all the way through, and I'll see you next time.